Meeting, and we thought it was not 7 o'clock yet, but the clock's wrong. So let me go ahead and call the meeting to order. Welcome you. At this time, would you stand and join me in pledging allegiance to our flag? I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We have our agenda in front of us, but Eric, there's something to add to it, you say?
Going to add item 8F. The county has set on their fire district tax rate, so we can go ahead and acknowledge that. So it become item 8F, establish fire district tax rate.
Okay, anything else?
No.
Okay, at this time, I could get a motion to approve our agenda.
Motion to approve.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
As I always ask, any opposed? I don't think we've ever had anybody opposed to our agenda in all these years. Okay, at this time, we do have Teresa Bailey. You want to speak to us now? Since you filled this out, that means we won't wait to the end of the meeting to let you speak.
Well, appreciate it. Well, good evening. My name is Carissa Bailey, and I am a proud member of resident of Ball Ground. I just wanted to take a moment to introduce myself. I am a mother of 2 young daughters, and we've lived here for a few years now. And becoming a parent has only deepened my commitment to this community. And I would just like to get more involved with the city. I grew up in a home where service and values mattered. My father was a pastor, so showing up and serving has always been important to me. I'm here to get involved in any way I can, if it's, volunteering, serving on a board, or wherever there's a need. Thank you so much for your time and letting me speak.
Well, thank you. Now, where do you live? You live in?
Next to Calvin Farmer Park.
Okay. Well, that's become an active place.
It has.
Park has. So nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, this time we're going to be, we've been doing something this year for the first time, and we're recognizing that some of our employees by giving them an appreciation week. And this month, today, we're going to be dealing with recognize the finance department for a finance appreciation week this week, and also we're going to appreciate our downtown department for a downtown appreciation week this week. So at this time, I want to make a comment. We're going to start off with our finance appreciation, and let's see. We have. I see Donna. I see. Trying to. So I say. I see Darlene. Oh, and now I see Pat. Pat was here for years. Now she's part-time part of our finance department. So that's why I didn't see you sitting in the back. But at this time, we create a proclamation, and then we give it some gifts for people that do such a good job. And so what I want to do now is Donna and Darlene and Pat have been exceptional in our finance department. In Cherokee, in City of Ball Ground, our audit, all that is as good as it can be, and it's because of our financial people. So at this time, I want to cover this proclamation and asking, the proclamation is like 6 or 7 paragraphs, so I'm going to ask Christine to read most of them. And then the one paragraph that has my name in it, I'll read it, if you would.
It states, Finance Appreciation Week is July 14th through the 18th. The finance professionals within our organization play a critical role in ensuring fiscal responsibility, transparency, and strategic financial planning. Their expertise helps manage budgets, guide investments, maintain regulatory compliance, and support operational success across all departments. Their dedication, accuracy, and analytical insight contribute daily to the stability and growth of our organization. These individuals often work behind the scenes, yet their efforts are foundational to our ability to serve our stakeholders effectively and responsibly.
So let me add now to the proclamation. Now, therefore, I, A.R. Roberts III, Mayor of the City of Ball Ground, and our City Council, proudly recognizes the week of July 14th through the 18th, 2025 as Finance Appreciation Week. We encourage all staff and community members to express their gratitude to our finance team for their commitment, professionalism, and contributions that strengthen our mission and values. So, in witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the City of Ball Ground to be fixed after this 17th day of July. So let me ask them to come forward, our members of this group. We do have this proclamation to provide to them. And again, we're doing it this year for the first time, making proclamations for all our amazing employees. So let me share that with you, the proclamation of the City of Ball Ground Finance Appreciation Week. And I'll hand that for you guys to take. And also, we have some gifts for you. We do this, and let me start off with Donna, Darlene, and Pat. And thank you so much. Thank you so much. And one time, sorry, hug me. But you don't have to do that. But again, it's amazing. I'm an ex-banker, and it's amazing what our finances are the best of any city, I think, in North Georgia. So you got Sammy Johnson. So thank you. Thank you. Our second proclamation is the Downtown Appreciation Week, and I'm asked Dennis to do as Christine did, read the first part of it. A lot of times we do proclamations, and it's always almost pages of stuff, and I don't like reading that much. So I'm asking them to do it, and I appreciate it.
Okay, got it. Here, hand it back.
I need it.
Proclamation of the City of Ball Ground Downtown Appreciation Week, July 14th through the 18th, 2025. Whereas downtown districts serve as the heart and soul of our communities, embodying the economic, cultural, and social vibrancy that defines our cities. And whereas a thriving downtown supports small businesses, encourages tourism, and provides a welcoming place for residents and visitors alike. And whereas Downtown Week is an opportunity to celebrate the unique character, history, and diversity of our downtown, while recognizing the efforts of local businesses, organizations, and citizens who contribute to its vitality. And whereas by supporting downtown initiatives, events, and revitalization efforts, we invest in the long-term prosperity and livability of our community.
Now, therefore, I, A.R. Roberts III, Mayor of the City of Ball Ground, and the City Council, do hereby proclaim this week, July 14th through the 18th, 2025, as Downtown Appreciation Week, like the Finance Week, in the City of Ball Ground, and encourage all residents, businesses, and visitors to participate in the events and activities in the downtown district and to support our local downtown establishments and to recognize the vital role downtown plays in continuing success and identity of our city, which is very true. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the City of Ball Ground to be affixed on the 17th day of June 2025, July 25. My vision's bad because I tore my glass up. It's blurry, so I'm sorry. But anyway, I do want to thank Joe and Ashley. There you are. As you come forward, they do such a great job for our downtown. Our downtown has become now a real place people come to. And you two have done a great job. So let me share the proclamation. Proclamation, I want you to take it. See there? Again, we do this, and this is our seventh or eighth one we did. Anyway, they do such a good job for our downtown. I mean, if you turn the clock back 20 years ago, we did not have the downtown. But you guys have done a great job, so I'll thank you for that. And also to share with you the gift. Section. Just a joke. Thank you, I appreciate it. So again, thank you. It's so nice. I like being downtown now. Full of rocks. Okay, at this time, Eric, you have
The next big thing
announcements?
coming up will be September 6th and 7th. It'll be Art on Main. Hard to believe we're talking about our fall events already. October 24th be spooktacular, and we get to do Halloween twice when they follow it up with the next day on the 25th with Halloween in the garden.
Okay, that sounds fun. At this time, council members have received a copy of our minutes from last month.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from June 12th.
June 12th. Second? Okay, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
You do a good job. So now we're going to move to one item of old business, and that's consider a second reading of rezoning ordinance McKinley Homes and Parks, Flint property. You want to give us a short explanation?
Yes, sir. This has been through the Cherokee County Municipal Planning Commission with a unanimous recommendation for approval on this zoning. We have worked with the applicant to create the zoning adoption ordinance. There is one update to that since last month, and that was last month I forgot to insert the dollar amount in the school. So they did meet with the Board of Education. They will be contributing $350 for every home that is constructed in that development. So no other changes to the documents you already have.
Okay, and the first reading was approved last month.
Yes.
So at this time, is there a motion to approve second reading?
I'll make a motion to approve the second reading of McKinley Homes.
Second.
Second. Any discussion or questions? Okay, all in favor? Any opposed? Okay, it's done now. It's,
And I'm sorry I didn't introduce, Mr. Huff couldn't be here tonight, so
I thought
Yeah.
that you guys were with that.
Yep.
But again, that's going to be, this is going to create a big park for us. That it's going to be
Huge
very
park.
nice. So we're glad you're doing it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bill.
Okay, at this time, we'll move to new business. And the first item is considering for the years 2025 through 26, that's our tax year, our budget year, the millage rate that will take place this fall. Eric, you want to give us an update on what's put forth? We've been discussing this at work sessions, and we just had a public hearing 30 minutes ago, and he covered a lot of information about it. But we have historically, we've not raised our tax rate very much over the years. But this will be an increase of about from 3.7 to 4 mils.
The big change in the digest for us this year was the growth in exempt properties. So at the 40% taxable value, our exemptions rose from 2.2 million to 9.6 million in exempt properties. So that has an impact on our revenue stream as well. But we did have 24,912,000 in real growth addition this year to the digest.
Okay, we'll move forward on approving what's put forth for mills. Is there a motion to do so?
I'll make a motion to establish the 2025 millage rate as 4.00.
All right, is there a second? Okay, at this point, any discussion, any comments want to be made?
As most of you know, this is going to hopefully take our police department to 24/7, and that's a huge step forward for the city. We all we do see our law enforcement officers around. I see them in my neighborhood. We see them around the community, but to know that we're sleeping, that they're going to be out there on the job, is tremendous to me, and appreciate the support from everybody.
And just one comment on that, and Chief and I've talked, this will be a phased-in plan, because this money doesn't start coming in till December or so.
It won't be
So-
overnight.
It's not gonna be overnight, but it provides us the mechanism to get there. And, we'll work on the plan to bring on one officer at a time and get the next two officers.
I would like to remind everybody, the public, as well as last year when we were sitting here doing the same thing, we held the rate. So we didn't do the increase. But now as we have, like the officer coming in, there's a lot to pay for. It's not just the officers, we said in our public meeting. So we have these things that the residents of our city want, that we need for safety. This is why it's this time, we've got to make a decision to do this. I'm a taxpayer too, we're all taxpayers. So.
And I'd also like to add too, it's just not only bringing our police department to 24/7, which I think is a must for our city, but our other costs have also risen within the city. Healthcare cost for our employees, starting pay, all those had to be bumped up just so we could be competitive, with other cities in the county, and we can attract people to hire and bring them in. The cost of repairing a sidewalk or repaving a road, all those costs have gone up to us, and we have to have to pay for them, you know, so. And we try real hard to work on a really tight budget, but unfortunately this year it just didn't work out the way what we probably all would have liked to have seen, where we held revenue neutral, so. And Eric worked really, really hard and went over numbers probably a gazillion times to, you know, to figure out where we needed to be at, and this is where we need to be.
Well, historically, we rarely raise our tax rate. Last time we did it was the COVID year. We raised it to 5, and I'll just comment there's a certain city in this county that has maintained 5 for 20-something years. Fort Mills, by comparison to most other cities, is relatively low,
Smart.
even though we're raising it. So I think we're going to get that police department fully staffed as if we want, without outstanding chief. Okay, any more comments? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, it's done. We've already advertised that we were advertised in the paper that we're going to be raising, that have we put out the number yet?
4 mils.
In that, so it's, but we haven't had very much input from it, which is good. All right. Oh, thought somebody yelling at me. All right, next item in new business is consider update to the schedule of fees. We have a number of fees with everything from water and sewer and.
And all these were handled during the budget hearing processes and have already been done, but I had missed one that's different from the paperwork you had. The mayor caught me on it today. And that was, since we have not had recycle services, the schedule of fees still had the old recycle number in it when it was still mandatory for the whole city to have recycle. So the schedule of fees that was sent to you all has been updated to now show the recycle at $17 per month. And if they want an additional cart, that will also be. So that still showed the old numbers in the one that was sent to you.
Have we met that goal yet, out of curiosity?
Uh,
Recycle, or?
We are close enough. We met with the mayor today that we're going to go ahead and start. We are at 85. We had dollars in the budget for recycle because if you remember, we used to have the truck come every other week. So we had, I think, $15,000 in the budget to pay for that service because nobody was contributing. That was just out of pocket.
Right.
With what we have right now and making up the difference, we would still be about $10,000 under budget. So we've just going ahead and moving forward with the 85, and we will still be under budget on our expense side.
I think the number will go up when
It will. We got another
a
one
lot of
this
people.
afternoon. I mean,
If
we're
people
gonna-
learn about it, that we're doing it. So
Yes, ma'am.
that's what I think.
I'm figuring in my head, how much more a month that the city's gonna be paying for the recycle? Because we haven't met the other 15.
Because we haven't met the 15. Just a minute, and I'll tell you.
Roughly 200 and something a month.
$255 a month.
Okay.
And we were paying $700 a month to have the truck, and we were paying over $3,000 a month to have the
Did I have that look on my?
dumpster. You did.
But as we sign up and we get that 100 required, then that drops off and it
Yeah,
all falls to the
this
people.
is going to go down every month.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
I think it will go up personally, but
Well, I'm saying
Our
the,
expense will go down.
saying the our expense
right,
will go
the
down.
number of people joining, I think, will go up. Okay,
And I'll take that back, we're at 89. I forgot one of the people we had signed up for 5 cans.
Dang.
So it's a business.
Oh, okay. I was
So
gonna be like,
business signed up for
do
5
they get a
cans.
discount or
No,
really?
it's 17 a
So we're
can.
only
Wow.
11 off.
Right. So
I was gonna ask if.
I should have waited and told you that then to next week. We're already there.
Okay, any other, at this time, a motion to approve the updated schedule of fees?
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Second. Any further discussions or questions or comments? Okay, all in favor? Any opposed? Okay. Are these things, will that be on our website?
Yeah.
So,
It'll be in the document center.
so people can see what got approved. Okay. All right, next item under new business is consider school safety boundary map.
You got civility.
Yes, I jumped over it. I'm telling you, I need new glasses. I can't hardly see what I'm looking at.
Be smarter.
Yeah, let's move back to the city of civility. This is something that our city, when Georgia Municipal Association put this forward about 3 years ago, we're one of the first cities that actually signed into it, and it's up for renewal. And Annette, you want to give an update on city of civility?
A lot of the cities that had more discord were having trouble being civil to each other, and that was when GMA came up with this resolution. And then the cities that agree to do the resolution are recognized at the municipal association convention. And it's just, we agree that it's open to the public and we respect each other, whether we agree or not. We just are civil to each other. No screaming or whatever.
Well,
Do you want me to read the whole thing, or that's a lot?
Yeah, it's a lot.
well, again, this was adopted. It was adopted 3 years ago,
Yeah.
and so it's just time to readopt it. So it's already information put out the first time, but it is a matter of us saying we will not be nasty toward people that are unhappy. We won't. We're going to listen to them, and that's not true of in a lot of cities.
And I think the big drive between GMA relates pretty much to elected body and staff on this. And it's just saying disagreement's good. You know, disagreement is good. It's just how you go about disagreeing and building a better mousetrap and having different ideas at the table. Disagreement's healthy, but it needs to be done in a healthy way.
I'll just read this one sentence where the members of city council, as elected representatives of the community and stewards of the public trust, recognize their special role as modeling open, free, and vigorous debate while maintaining the highest standards of civility, honesty, and mutual respect. Not pretty recent.
Okay, well, when we first adopted it, we had the same council. So I'm assuming we'll go forward with this again.
I'd like to make a motion to pass the resolution pledging to practice and promote civility in the city of Ball Ground.
Okay, second. Any discussion? Comments?
We still have our hand.
All in favor?
Aye.
No opposed. Now, again, I'm very proud that Ball Ground initially was one of the early ones that joined this group. And every time we have these meetings with Georgia Municipal Association, that some other cities are finally adding into it. So again, though, they ask that we renew it every three years. So we've done that, and thank you. So I'll now go to the one I read earlier. Consider school safety boundary map. You want to give us that update, Eric?
This- What we're recommending, and this came forth, I think, requested as a resolution or a proclamation, and what we're suggesting is that the city just acknowledge and read into the record the official boundary of the Ball Ground Elementary School as provided to us by the Board of Education, and furnishing the police department with a copy of that map for their reference and acknowledgement.
Didn't this come because of, was it House Bill 286?
It was, but there's no obligation on the cities to do anything. This requires the school districts to publish their boundary maps. So we're just saying, okay, you published your boundary map, we'll read it into the minutes and say, this is what the boundary map is they sent us, and give it to the chief. I don't think we need to have a resolution or a proclamation or.
I can promise you we acknowledge it, but in an act of an emergency, a school shooter or something, I'm not gonna stop what we're doing and pull a map out to determine that. We can determine that afterwards. We are gonna act within reason, and we're going to use good judgment. And if somebody happens to be in that boundary zone and an emergency is not warranted, then we will tell them, sorry, but this is what we dispatched you, this is what was called in at. You just happen to be in the boundary zone. And if it's an emergency, there's no apologies necessary. We respect it, we sure will follow the law, but we are not gonna stop and say, let me check the map, let me pull a tape measure out and a time of need. We're just not gonna do that. Nobody with reason would expect that. But we do acknowledge it. What we're not gonna do is allow somebody to use that as a reason to bait us or to bring a gun within that boundary. We're just not gonna play games. We acknowledge it, we respect it, but we're gonna do what we need to do and act upon that. And I think council, as well as legal counsel, would back us up, any reasonable person. And I think the law gives us that leniency and that ability to do something such as that. It's what a reasonable officer do at that time, and that's what we'll hold against. But we're not gonna purposely violate somebody or go to look for something like that. We're gonna act within reason and make an understanding and a decision that way.
The school system has asked us,
No.
but they'll accept it.
They just published their boundary map for what they say, this is Ball Ground Elementary School boundaries. And we're just acknowledging
Well,
that
that's what this is.
this is it.
Okay, well, this was discussed at the work session that I couldn't come to. So I'm assuming it's ready to be voted on?
I would just, to clarify for the public though as well, we're not discussing where their children go to school. That's not the kind of boundary we're talking about here.
No.
Because I heard some of that out there was rumored of kids are going.
Redistricting, yeah.
This is not what this is. This is just for the property boundary of the elementary school. That's all it is, not where the kids are gonna be attending school.
Okay, is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay,
Second.
second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that's unanimous. So we'll move on now to the next item under new business, and that's consider parking lot lease.
This is the renewal we talked about of our existing parking lot downtown. This is a one-year lease. The leaseholder has signed the lease that was prepared by our legal counsel and returned it. This would be the lease for $600 per month. Roughly outlined where I have the red lines. And it's, like I said, it's a 12-month lease.
How long have we had that? How many years?
Seven?
So I'd say 6 or 7.
I think it was 7 years.
Well, it's a good location for downtown.
This isn't just on an annual basis now, isn't it? We've fulfilled the-
Unfortunately, yes, they did not want to obligate any further than that.
Okay, this was discussed at the work session.
Just request an authorization for me to sign the lease that was prepared by our legal counsel and already signed by the leaseholder.
Okay, would someone make a motion to approve Eric signing?
Motion to approve for the parking lot lease for 1 year.
Second,
Second.
Vicky? Any more discussion? Comments? All in favor? Any opposed? That parking lot is very good for downtown. So I'm glad we're keeping it another year. And now we have one more item, and that's under the, we added the new business, the fire district tax rate. That's been revealed. So you want to cover that?
Yes, this is a rate that is set by the Cherokee County Board of Commissioners. Ball Ground pays 100% of this rate, whether we collect it or not. So this year we were in the hole, Donna, about $12,000 that we haven't collected yet from our residents, but we still owe it to the county and have to pay it by that memorandum for fire services within the city. So we always recommend each year, and I would ask for the same tonight. We believe it's going to be 2.888. That's what they have on their agenda, but they're not going to do it till Tuesday night. So we just always ask for authorization to fill out the tax forms to submit to the state, matching the exact rate that Cherokee County officially adopts. Talking with the chairman and the county manager both, they've said it will be this 2.888.
Okay,
We'll make a motion to accept whatever rate is established by the Board of Commissioners, which we think is going to be 2.88.
okay, motion made, second?
Second.
Okay, any further comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, well, it is great, though, that we have a great fire station right here in the middle of our city. And that's because we're part of that tax payment. So it'll show up on your tax bill again. Okay, that's the end of items under new business. This time, Chief, you want to address us?
Prior to about 30 minutes ago, I absolutely loved everything about my job. And now I could not feel more pressure with the vote of confidence by the citizens and by you, the council. Thank you for the extra positions. I promise you that we do not take that for granted, and with the additional manpower, we will give you the coverage that you deserve. The sheriff's office has been a great partner, and they will continue to be that. But the 6 square miles that we have will be better covered, and will have a better response time and a quicker response time by your police department. This is your department, and I can assure you that the men and women that we have working here will respond accordingly and hold me accountable. That's what you're supposed to do. I promise you, it's an enormous amount of pressure, and I'm glad Eric's giving me some time because I want to hire the right people. This is a big step for us, and I don't want to rush into it. I want to be able to select that person, not accept what comes through that door. I think that you deserve that. The city deserves that. So thank you for allowing me the additional manpower. And I promise you, this is one of those things where, what are we going to get out of it? I think that this is one of those things where when people say, what can we do to prepare? We are preparing for the next wave, the future of, what do we do to prepare for the crime wave or for traffic? Nobody likes traffic. Nobody likes sitting there when there's accidents. This will help avoid that. It will get traffic going. It will keep our crime rates down. We are doing the things to get in front of things if, for some reason, the bad stuff comes along with it, the traffic and the crime. So thank you for allowing us to get in front of it. I can assure you your time and your money will not be wasted. The concert last month, again, we learned a couple things. I am going to work with DOT. I am going to get what we call a clicker that will allow us to work the traffic light up here at Delaware Ferry. I think by working that light and being able to control that green light, we can hold traffic on north and south and allow people coming out of downtown a lot quicker. We can do that, and we can control the stop sign and get people out of the city a little faster. I don't have the exact numbers, I think the city manager might, but easily over 10,000 people were here. We know that 10,000 people don't live here, so it's a lot of visitors that don't know that there are several other ways outside the city. They think that's the main way in and the main way out. So by using some side streets, we had officers telling people, hey, you can use this side street to get out. I think that will be helpful too. We had, again, no crime. We had one person that got overheated. Again, having that fire department right down the street, they were right there, saved the gentleman, got him where he needed to go. Other than that, crowds were easily controlled. We had plenty of people on standby. We were able to answer our calls for service, so it went off without a hitch. Our downtown, you heard earlier, they did a great job making sure the trash cans were empty. The crews were going on stage. Everything was flawless. Look forward to the next event. Look forward to our back to school. Please be patient. The first 3 days is going to be patrol chaos in the morning time and in the afternoon time. You will not be able to walk, much less drive on Valley Street with the little babies that get dropped off in the morning and in the afternoon. Please remember that's pre-K. So we have 4-year-olds that are not used to leaving mamas and daddies that will cry. I'm not talking about the kids, the parents. That will cry. So we're sympathetic to that. So for the first 3 days, it will be congested here, but it works itself out. We've got extra people coming in, extra manpower, so we're ready for that. Relatively low issues this summer, which is great. The kids were very interactive with us. Very, very few issues, so we are grateful for that. We had a lot of residents call us when they saw stuff that wasn't right. A lot of activity at our parks, wanting us to check some things out. A lot of things turned positive. We ran some people off that shouldn't have been here, which was good. And again, you guys know who's supposed to be in your community and who does not, and that's really starting to pay off. A couple businesses called us about some things that have checked out, and we were able to make an arrest on a burglary. So again, thank you for doing that. And the support has been wonderful. I really, really feel that the community is in touch with the agency by the number of people that have supported it. Nobody likes a tax increase. I live in the county as well. I don't like my taxes going up either. But the people that have spoken up, not only do I want to hire you and expect you to come to our next job fair, thank you for your support. It means a lot. It really does. And to the council and to everybody that works for the city, thank you. We will not let you down. We will not let you down. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
August 4th, the week of August 4th, we will have our assessors on site. And by the time they leave, sir, I hope to tell you that we will be a state accredited agency. And we will have the plaques, and we will have a ribbon cutting ceremony, and that September meeting, I will bring you plaques left and right. We will hang them up together, sir.
That's outstanding. That's
sir.
what we wanted for years.
Yes, sir.
So thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Only other thing to add on that, correct me if I'm wrong, but this has been the first time that every one of our officers has gone through active shooter training.
Yes, sir. You know, we practice active shooter. Nobody likes to talk about that ugly word, but we have to have it. We have a school here. We have universal alloy. It's 2025. Sometimes people do some things that we never thought would be possible. So we have to prepare for that. Sometimes in the police business, things get ugly. If it gets to that point, our men are trained. They will respond. They will think nothing about it. They will just run right into the action and deal with the consequences that come out on the other side. We don't want to, but we will if we need to. And they are in unison with the other men and women of the sheriff's office. And when they go in as a team. They come out as a team. They don't look at the uniforms. They go in as one, they come out as one. And it's been a long time since that's happened. And it's a good thing. It really is, because, again, we're stronger, much stronger together than we are separate.
Thank you, Chief.
Yes, sir.
Great.
Fund balances, we shed a lot of tears this month. We had to write that check to the county for fire services. It was in the vicinity of $800,000. So really put a hurting on us. So down fund balance this month at $2.2 million. The revenue and expenses for May You can see it's not really a good month all the way across the board, but the totals are 242,000 in revenue, expenses about 500,000. This does end our fiscal year, and as you can see, we're right there neck and neck with just slightly more in revenue than we had in our expenses for the year. I think we're $33,000 to the good between all funds for the year. Tight. Administration is always preparing for the audit. Year-end closeout is always a challenge, but our team always gets it together. And 25, 26 budget implementation, because they really can't do that until they close the old year. So that's all coming in now. Also coordination with the Department of Revenue on alcohol rules. Kaylin's been doing a lot on that. Alcohol is a struggle. I have no idea why, but if you're a brewery, you have one rule. If you're a winery, you have another rule. If you're a winery that serves beer, you have other rules. If you're a brewery that serves wine, it doesn't match the winery that serves beer. And it is, but Kaylin has taken a lot of training in it and has some good contacts now with Department of Revenue. So we're learning a lot there, and we will be working to get that information to our businesses to help them more understand what you can and cannot do. Some of the rules are silly, but it just helps them stay compliant with their licenses. Capital projects, the roundabout, I think everybody sees the activity down there. It's moving along quite nicely. Water line relocation is complete. It's a picture of our guys finishing up down there. I think this picture is probably about midnight on the day of that final connection. We had 2 customers out of water. One of them was closed, which was the Chevron, but then they picked the lowest business time for the Waffle House. So they cut the water off at 10 p.m. and I think finally got out of there, about 3, 4 in the morning.
Water's back on by 2. Yes.
Back on by 2, but then they got out of there. So met their time window, but a lot of hard work going into that. The spur and bypass. First round of markups made it back to appropriations today. Congressman McCormick's request has been reduced from 10 million to 1 million. So it looks like we will get the million. Senator Warnock's has not been actioned yet, so we'll see what comes in with that. This is kind of typical, but the thing that's hurting us right now on this particular application, according to the feds, is we have too much money. And I understand that. We'll go back and we will request again next year. The thing is that once they fund a project, they typically continue funding it. But the issue is where we are right now in engineering, we're already sitting on almost 5 million in right-of-way acquisition dollars we're not allowed to spend until engineering is complete. We're probably 1.5 years off, 2 years from being able to spend that money. So the feds, I guess, are hesitant to give too much more that's back here into future budget years. Good news is, we have money to keep this project rolling for the next 2.5 to 3 years. So everything we're trying to secure now is for that 2029 mark. But we're hopeful still that Senator Warnock's will come in at least at 1 million, but it'd be nice if it was at the full 10. We'll see. But the Senate's running behind the House. Items being considered, we had a Teams meeting today looking at shifting slightly south on that alignment. We thought we had plenty of right-of-way because we own a 150-foot strip, but David will shoot me here in a minute, but they've decided to go south and put the road right on top of our water line. So we'll be moving another water line in 2029 or 2030. But that is to work with the grades. The other thing that they've asked us to look at locally, so we're studying this from our perspective as well as the county perspective, is the possibility of leaving Northridge cut. When they start to build this road, Northridge will close for 12 to 18 months. If you take that mountain down 70, 80 feet and build a bridge, the road's closed. One of the things they've asked us to consider is the impact of just cul-de-sacing Northridge kind of in these two locations. We would have one residential community that would be on the south side of that connection. So we would only be able to access that from down near Magby Lumber, which is typically the way we go to access that anyway, just because it's easier than going through town. We're looking at that. Fire is looking at that. County sheriff is looking at that, and just see what that looks like. Estimated cost of that bridge is between $8 and $10 million. So it just helps the project move quicker if you can reduce some costs. Again, these are just studies, nothing at all being proposed yet, just evaluating. Mountain Brook sidewalk extension is 99% complete. We have some grassing and riprap issues that need to be taken care of. As in all these projects, we always talk about putting in sidewalks, so I just wanted to highlight a few, the hidden costs that we never tend to look at. Of course, storm drain is the biggest cost of all of it. This is the driveway to nowhere. This is where we needed an easement from Georgia Transmission. And Georgia Transmission says, well, we'll give you an easement, but you've got to put us a drive apron so we can put in a gate and then drive under our power line if we ever want to in the future. So get the easement, but it costs money. This property here, we needed a 1-foot easement. Now that's a temporary construction easement to just step on the property while we're working on our own property. You have to get on theirs. The cost of that was to remove this tree. You can see all the power lines and everything else hanging right there on the edge of the tree. This isn't a simple cut the tree down. So that's about a $5,000 cost to come in and shield the lines and do that. My favorite one is this one. This fence right here, even though they ended up not touching it, still to access the property line is just about where this shadow is on the ground. So we needed access to this part right here. I had to write a check for a little over $10,000 so that they could put up a new fence later. So the things that you have to do, because the feds and the state publish a guideline, you have to go to school to be able to acquire easements and right of way. And so these costs get very expensive. Add to it. Water, thing we're most excited about, we are good for another 10 years on our water permit. We finally have it in hand. We started the application process just about a year ago, but finally have it, so we are good for 10 years. We have just completed the first round of stage 2 disinfectant byproduct testing for this year. We're going from annual now to every 6 months. Disinfectant byproduct, you have chlorine in your water to kill bacteria. If the chlorine depletes too quickly, it can have cancer-causing chemicals as a residual byproduct. So we have to test the water in the furthest portions of the system to make sure that we're not depleting and creating these chemicals. So our tests were negative. We have no issues in that department. But again, we're moving now to every 6 months instead of annually. You heard me talking a while back about PFAS testing. We came back clean on everything, but now we have to start all over again in August because they want to test the water during the warmer cycles. So we did the colder months in January. Now we're back on this. Again, we are 3 years ahead of the federal mandate on this testing. If we come back clean on this one, we will get a reprieve for 3 years and already be 2030 compliant. On our Mountain Brook water connection, you should see crews on Jordan Road starting to install the new 8-inch water line on Jordan Road later this month and get that connection through. We're still anticipating in January to be able to have that connection and boost pressures in the Mountain Brook community, but also be able to serve the entire city from a northern connection. So if we have a problem on the southern end, we can serve from the northern end. All of our water department personnel are scheduled for flagger training, set up for July 24th. That'll be here at City Hall. The next picture is not to cast anything on anybody, but Chief's talked about staffing. Our water department has struggled, y'all, and we really, really appreciate the funding y'all have provided the last couple of years to provide staffing, and not only staffing but equipment. 5 years ago, the picture on the left, you had two guys chasing water leaks all the time. All they had time to do was pull in the garage, throw everything off of the truck, grab the next part, and go again. The picture on the right, that's what it looks like today. Because we have staff, they have crews that can actually work and do multiple things at one time. This is the parts storage room now. That's funds you allocated last year to build that new facility for them. It's actually a facility within a building, but so all their parts can be properly stored and accounted for. And at the end of the day, that's cost savings for us too. It's more accountability of the parts, better kept, and less loss. Big ticket though that we keep coming back to is the hydro excavator. If we ever lose that thing, we'll have to buy two to replace it. It's a phenomenal piece of equipment. But this is a leak on the left-hand side. This is actually a leak leaving the well house. And you see on the right, that's the size of the hole that they need to open up instead of coming in with a backhoe and tearing up parking lot and tearing everything up. You can just vacuum down on it and fix with minimal. But you can't run it without people. Everybody in this picture has a job. The guy on the left is running the valves. Guy closest here, he's the one running the pressure washer. He's the vacuum guy, and he's just running back and forth, keeping everybody coordinated and what's needed. So again, the funding that you've provided is enabling us to do a lot more and a lot more effectively. Lead and copper, we have our annual submittal is complete. We still have 4 units that have to be replaced. 3 of the 4 have finally consented to allow their service lines to be replaced. We're really working hard on the 4th and final one because I'd like to get this wrapped up and done, and then we can report 100% complete, and we won't have to continue reporting for the next 10 years. We just say we're finished. On the sanitary survey that we had a couple months ago from EPD, they did have a few findings. These are pictures of the corrections that have been taken, and EPD is acknowledged. If you see, I don't know if you can see, you can't see what I'm moving there, can you? Let's try this. This little union right here had a little bitty leak, and EPD didn't like that. So it's not just a matter of tightening it. It's a whole series of pipes that have to come out because it's fixed between points. But they have resolved that. The other one was to install this. They wanted drinking water compliance, wanted the raw water sample point, put it in a different location coming directly off the top of the well. So that work has been complete, and so both items they addressed have been completed. Parks in downtown, fireworks show. 8,200 people carrying cell phones with tracking enabled is what we had there. And this did not account for Calvin Farmer Park because the area got too big. So we were definitely pushing the 12,000 visitor mark. When you take in all the children that weren't carrying cell phones and all the visitors that were in Calvin Farmer Park that didn't get included in the numbers. So a huge event, did what it was supposed to do. Our businesses had sidewalks full of potential customers for the entire afternoon and evening. Great picture outside of Scooped. I never was able to get an ice cream, but I guess I didn't think.
City Hall. City Hall.
Working on some community surveys to find out more information and help us better market the city. But it's where's your favorite places in the city, favorite activities close to the city, like within 15, 20 minutes. Just things to help us better market the city. Speaking of surveys, one of the things people told us is they wanted more trails, seating structures, and maintenance. So we've done a lot this month on maintenance. But one of the cool things is we're planning for this fall will be a Roberts Lake hike in history. So we will lead a community hike into Roberts Lake, but it'll be more just a hike and explaining the history of that area and what it meant to the city. Get a little bit into the maintenance, and some of this was unexpected. We did replace all the fascia that was rotted at the city gym and new gutters. In the process of that, if you look close on this picture, you can see where critters at some time in our history could have gone way back into the school ownership times, but all this that's been chewed and eaten. So all that was replaced this week for new wiring for the lighting at the school. Our LED lights have been repaired at Field 2. Baseball field's been cleaned up, pressure wash, painted in areas. Lights were repaired on the gateway signage. Tennis and pickleball has all been converted to LED and put back on switches. We go through 3 or 4 sets of switches a year because people like to break them off. Coming up, we have relocation of the historic marker that's downtown now will be moved down into our linear park on Valley Street. Mats will go in probably tomorrow afternoon under the swings at the playground and help with mulching there. The new bleachers and benches have arrived, just waiting when the water department has time to put all those together and deliver them. They come in tons of pieces. And get the new scoreboard installed at Field 1. Planning sessions, already talking March of the Toys for Tots, fireworks. Ashley already has everything put together for the Veterans Ceremony in November, so that is ready to go. And then Art on Main coming up. Permits for the month, we're at 4 in June, so we're at 28 building permits for the year. You had the second reading of Flint tonight. At the applicant's request, Covington has been pushed out for 30 days. They're supposedly coming back with a modified plan. And some of you may have seen there was some kind of notice in the paper. I'm not sure how it got there because the application wasn't complete yet, but Ball Ground Highway AG to commercial is replacing, the applicant had brought it to go to residential. Told we didn't think residential was going to fly in that area, it wasn't compatible with the future land use, so they have resubmitted for general commercial on Ball Ground Highway. Instead of going through all the numbers tonight, thought we'd do something a little bit different, and moving forward, we're going to highlight 2 developments at each meeting, just what's going there. So Marble Tree is the one that's pretty visible, down here just south of the 4-way stop. It's in this area right here. Marble Tree is platted and approved for 88 lots. 32 of them have been permitted. There's 56 remaining lots that they can pull permits on in that neighborhood. This is their sidewalk system along Ball Ground Highway. It actually works quite well being set back off of the highway. Has a good walking feel in that area. And this is one of the areas we're talking if T-Splost passes, work to connect Sage Hill to this location. This is part of their internal, we're requiring each of them now to do things with green space and internal trails. So this is off of their sidewalk system, a set of stairs going down into their green space, bridge over their creek, the internal trail system, but that'll all be maintained and kept by their HOA. That's not city. Bleckley Station. This is platted and approved for 145 lots. There's been no permits issued. Current status is it's in site development. The location, this is Mountain Brook here on the north side. This is the development area. This is the current condition as of about a week ago. And as you can see here, this grading goes all the way back up here to the side. This is a significantly large site. I still, actually, it's ATV, and we ride the silt fence on this one instead of walking it. This is a earthen retaining wall that's being constructed at their entrance. And we've had some erosion problems. One of the things we've had them do, go back and all their double row of silt fencing, is add mulch in between it, just to help filter out more and slow down more of the water that's attempting to leave the site until the site's stabilized. One of the pictures I thought would be good is after each development, we adopt and accept the infrastructure, the roads, storm drains, water, sewer, and that's city maintenance. This is just a fraction of what's on that site, but that one day will be owned by the city. One of the things I say in government accounting that's always backwards. They put this in and we pick it up on our books as an asset. There's no asset about it. It's a liability from the day we put it in. It costs us money. But just the amount of storm drain, this is all storm drain. You can see the sewer pipe up here in the background, sewer manholes. But when we accept infrastructure, that's the type of stuff we're accepting, just installed in the ground. And that is it for my report. I would like to add my appreciation also to our finance staff and our downtown group. They're the quiet ones, but they get a ton done. Our downtown is vibrant. Joe, with the lights on the trees downtown, everybody talks about them, and that was all you. I mean, you did a phenomenal job on that. So we appreciate it, and we couldn't have a better team all the way around. Really proud of our folks.
I agree. They do a good job. Any questions for Eric? Because you only see him how many times a week? Thank you, Eric.
Sir.
This time I want to point out that we were at a GMA convention down in Savannah, and Scott received a certificate. Was it the achievement?
Certificate of achievement.
So that's 72 hours.
Yeah.
So congratulations. That's good. We're learning through GMA is very helpful, and everybody here is involved in it, so that's great. But again, you got the award done. The next one will be 120 hours, right? Good luck. I wanted to just mention one thing. I was looking. We're going to be putting out for 2 council members and the mayor up for re-election in August, like 16th,
18th.
18th, 19th, 20th.
Yes.
And so what I was thinking, I would be up for re-election, but I'm going to make the announcement now that I'm not going to. This is my 35th year as mayor. And quite honestly, I feel like it would be better for someone else to come in and take over this job, because I'm so old. I hate being this old. But also, we have, I'm just not, in my life right now, I'm so busy. I tell people I need 48 hours a day now to be retired. And so, again, I wanted to make the announcement tonight because I thought I would probably wait till August to say yes or no, but our meeting in August would only be 3 days from the sign-up time. So I want to go ahead and put the word out that I am not going to be seeking my position, even though I've been in this position longer than I haven't been in my life. So whoever takes my position, they're going to get used to hearing from me all the time because I'm just too involved historically in our city. But again, I think that will be something that will provide some better input for if they're younger than me. But anyway, I just wanted to announce that at this time. At this time, I'll start with Annette. Anything you want to bring up?
Thank you for your 35 years of service. I can't imagine Ball Ground without you being mayor, but at the same time, it's exciting. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you all for being here. Thanks to the finance department, Joe and Ashley. Yeah, our finance department wins awards pretty much every year.
I'm very proud of them.
When we go to the convention, all these other cities have issues and the things that they're working on, and Ball Ground is ahead. We're always ahead, and it's just, I'm so proud to be a part of it.
It's true. Christine?
Well, just 35 years and, but we're going to keep you busy because we have boards and committees and all kinds of things that we can put you on that you can volunteer for. So, and again, thank you to everybody for being here tonight. Thank you, Donna, Darlene, Ashley, Joe. Thank you and of course, Joey, David. Thank you guys all for everything that you do for the city. It takes everyone to make this place what it is, and you guys are all super important to us. So, and everybody's just trying to stay cool in this hot weather because it's been a barn burner out there on that heat. So
That's true. At least we have air conditioning here.
It's nice.
Turn back years ago, we didn't have such. Our city hall is now a ice cream shop, and it was tiny and it wasn't very cool, very small. But anyway, Dennis.
35 years. What a legacy. If you look through this town, you will see Mayor Robert's vision. Walkable town. He's been here when the city was struggling, and we're in a much better financial shape, and the city looks like a good livable city, and it is. That's why we live here. I appreciate all your hard work and dedication, and I know Eric was right beside you for a good bit of that time, making your vision and your dream come to reality. I appreciate it as a Ball Ground resident, and I know you're not going to be far away. And at an appropriate time and appropriate place, I'll make my announcement public.
Well, thank you so much. I'll just add that at this time, I've had different council members many years, and we've had good people, but this group right here is the most active group I've worked with, and I think it's really enhanced us here in our city now to have the high quality of councils. So that's just my comment. I always comment on things, and my wife would say, "Stop talking." Sorry. Vicki?
Yes. Thank you, Mayor, for your service for 35 years. And I'm just thinking, I'm counting up on my fingers, okay, we've got 5 more months from you to go from that microphone to that microphone. So it's like, okay, I expect to see you here. I know you're gonna be here. You're gonna be active in our community. I don't see you not ever being active in our community. You're always gonna be a part of our community. I still think that you should take me up on that apprentice offer, and you should write a history book for Ball Green. You've been, like was said before, you have so many, your roots are so deep here. And there's, everywhere you look, you see Roberts, the name Roberts is just about everywhere, all over Ball Ground. So once again, you've got 35 years under your belt, and, will it be 35 and a half come December? 35 and a half. Well, I know you're not going anywhere. You're going to be on the other side. So thank you again for your service.
Thank you. I'd like to maybe have time now to do some historical things that
Yeah.
I learned when I grew up, you know, because it was different then, for sure. But Vicki, thank you.
Mayor,
Scott?
thank you. Like everybody else said, and we'll keep you busy because I'd like to keep you on committees and need guidance as we go. You know, definitely you have the expertise to that. And having lived here now about 25 years in the city and seeing what it was 25 years ago in Valley Street Inn or trees and all the things that were passionate to you and guided to the previous councils and our council, and to see all that here, it's a great legacy. So I thank you for that guidance. And again, I want to thank the Finance Committee and the Public Works Department. Those are the unsung heroes that our residents don't even blink or think about at 2 a.m. when they're down in a ditch and in the rain and the cold in the winter, and Donna's got the audit team breathing down her neck to where's this and where's that, and comes out stellar with, you know, like Annette said, awards. And I back what Annette says about our city. We are definitely Ball Ground rocks. We go to the conference and the GMA classes, and we're in there with all the mayors, city managers, and other council people from all around the state. So a lot of small cities, very comparable to us, and big cities as well, Savannah, Atlanta. And some of the things they talk about in there, the dysfunctions and the things that aren't working, and I'm like, we don't have that problem. And they're like, how do you do it? Well, yeah, we get it done. We stand out. So I'm very proud of our city and the staff that puts it together. Thank you.
Thank you. At this time, does anybody want to address the council on any issue? You can address me too. All right. Well, if no public comments are wanted now at this point, are you ready to adjourn? A motion to adjourn?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Again, thank you so much for being here. If you, maybe now that I'm going to be leaving, I won't come back. The pro tem will he'll have to do all the stuff.
Do it.
But no, I appreciate everybody, and again, thanks for coming. And our downtown people and our finance people are outstanding. I've said that over and over, and it's just so nice to have people that are competent to do the jobs. So thank you. And this time, we're adjourned. I don't think I can go walking now in a coat and tie.